G'day and welcome to this week's video. My name is Robert Gowdy and I've got
Rachel Todman here with you today
G'day.
as well.
What are we chatting about today, Rach?
Talking about the sad passing of Charlie Munger the last couple of days. So he's been, an investment legend forever. We just wanted to highlight some of his achievements and what he's brought to the table.
Yep, and obviously one thing that Charlie and his business partner Warren Buffett have done each and every year is put on the Berkshire Hathaway annual general meeting, and regardless of their age, they have sat up the front there and answered questions for 5 to 6 hours every year. So it's something that, I suppose passionate investors have gone to. It's the pinnacle spot to go and listen to these two amazing men. And probably Charlie would fly under the radar a little bit compared to Warren Rach.
Yeah, he was appeared to be quite happy, to not be in the spotlight, but still, he had some amazing input, and it could be quite blunt and straight to the point, and quite humorous at times too. Yeah,
Warren is definitely more so perhaps the diplomat, and Charlie was straight to the point, which was really nicely done. So I suppose Rach and I have got a few things just to go over, some interesting stuff about his life and the investing that he's done and what their philosophy of investing was about, and the things that he's learnt over a whole career of investing, and I think the longevity that obviously Buffett and Munger have had is that these guys never really retired.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
They were huge on educating themselves as well. They're quite known for how much they read. They were just always trying to educate themselves and absorb new knowledge, which made them so successful. Yeah,
and this is all one comment he made, and this is a quote. He goes, "In my life, I have known no wise people who didn't read all the time. None, zero. You'd be amazed at how much Warren reads and how much I read." So continuous learning is essentially the theme there, and that's all the way through to into their 90s. That ability to say, well, I don't know it all, I'll never know it all, is, I think, really important. Just to, I suppose, backtrack with, what is Berkshire Hathaway? It's a conglomerate. It's a business that's bought many businesses over decades. It was a failing textiles business back in the 60s, and they've then taken that business and branched out into many other businesses over the years. Their largest listed holding is Apple. They own a huge, many billions of dollars in Apple. That's been an amazing business for them. But like Warren Buffett, Charlie's got a huge amount of awesome quotes and things that he's learnt that's come out in these annual general meetings over the years. So do you have one you could kick off with, Rach?
Yeah, an important one, which we come across all the time, is ignore the noise and focus on the fundamentals. So, which is, it's easy to get lost in so much information out there on the news, etc. So he's saying, like the weather, I just ignore the weather. Just stay focused on the journey and the value of the businesses selected.
Another one was, I think this is where Warren Buffett was a student of Benjamin Graham, and it's about buying businesses at well less than what they're worth. So one impact that Charlie had on the business and on Warren Buffett is to make sure that you don't mind paying up for the right businesses, for high quality businesses with a great moat, so hard to replicate. And there was a great example here where they bought See's Candy, and they bought that in 1972, so that's 51 years ago, which is when I was born, and they bought that for $25 million, and they reflected back on that to say if they wanted an extra $100,000 that they would have walked. And it's been such an incredibly positive investment for them that if they were that bloody stubborn to walk for $100,000 on a $25 million deal, that would have been a significant mistake. Just some learning that you should be happy to pay a fair price for a great business.
Another one of his big lessons was thinking long term. So, patience pays off. That was one thing. The big money is not in the buying or selling, but the waiting.
That was on my list as well. That for me is the best quote.
Yeah.
What do you take out of that, Rach?
Well, you highlighted a really good example that, over the long term, if we remain patient, that, we will get the results. If we're trying to trade or beat the market, then, chances are low.
Yep. So I see that two ways. The way that you've framed it, Rach, where buying and holding quality businesses for a long period of time, but also, and this is something that I think I've done videos on the past. Is the big money is not in the buying and selling, but in the waiting, and that is where Berkshire Hathaway, and right now I think they're sitting on, it could be $150 billion in cash that they have not deployed. They don't want to sit on cash. They want to buy businesses that grow their earnings, improve their products and services, and grow their revenues and profitability over time. But the patience that Munger, Buffett, and the team behind them have had is, the patience have had to wait for those opportune times. And when there was a GFC or a COVID crash, they pinned their ears back. So they wait and then they go.
Know your limitations and seek help when you need it. So that's something we can learn not just from investing, obviously, but anything in life. So he was more than happy to put up his hand if he didn't know something, and educate himself and lean on others where needed. So a really, really good one.
Yep. Another quote that I loved was, the stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. And it obviously goes back to the other one as well. Final words from you, Rach?
Just a sad day for us. But he's left a legacy that will live on. So really grateful for the information he's provided, what he's done, his learnings, and we'll continue to lean on them as advisors moving forward. Keep watching what Warren does. So without his mate,
I think there's a template there, and what you can do now on YouTube, there is a lot of the answer and question, that these guys are being videoed, so you'll find a lot of stuff on YouTube. I definitely recommend going and finding the Berkshire Hathaway annual reports, read the CEO letter. They're great reading. So the letter to the shareholder, there's a lot of humour in there. It's exceedingly clever, and it's just full of nuggets. So thank you for listening. Thank you, Rach.
Thanks, Rob.
Cool.
Chat
We'll
soon.
see you next week. Bye.